All right, Dan Labbe, Doug Lesmerises, Mary Kay Cabot, Ellis Williams, and representing our Football Insider subscribers. Hayden, we are going to pick the Browns. I've got this at 2.5. So I've got the Browns at -2.5 in this game, favored here. Hayden, you are our guest, so you get to kick us off. What are you picking here?
I will take the Browns -2.5. I think this game is going to be a shootout from the start. The Raiders' pressure, I think, is one of the worst in the league. And our defense, the only way it works is when Myles Garrett forces turnovers and bad throws by the quarterback. But I think we'll pull it out in the end, but it will be a shootout. And it will kind of depend on who turns the ball over first or makes the first mistake.
Ellis?
This has been a tough one. I write that Sunday night, Monday morning preview each week, and this is actually the first time I flopped. So I picked the game that morning, and I had the Browns. But as we've progressed, we talked about on yesterday's pod how I could see the Browns coming out flat just because of the emotional high they had last week, and then you combine that with the reality of no Odell Beckham Jr., no Austin Hooper, still no Nick Chubb, not a full strength offensive line. And it has the makings of this team limping to the bye week. And the Raiders are sort of, trending the other way. They just came off a tough loss. They're going to need to bounce back. Their deep passing game's getting figured out. Have completed like 6 of their 10 last deep balls over the past 2 games. And they've got an offense that can control the football. So I think the Browns are just trying to get to the bye week while the Raiders are going to be the more desperate team. And that tends to be the squad that can take care of business, the one that has more to play for. So I'll take the Raiders.
Mary Kay?
Once again, I went back and forth over this. I think this was a tough game to pick. In the end, at least right now, I'm till I change my mind on Friday. No, for right now, I've got the Browns winning this game. And the reason why is because for one of the same reasons that Hayden mentioned, I think it's going to come down to the turnover battle. I think they're going to get Derek Carr's 3rd interception of the season. I think maybe Denzel Ward is going to get it. Maybe Ronnie Harrison's going to get it, but somebody's going to pick him off. I think that Myles Garrett's going to find a weakness somewhere along that offensive line. I think he's going to punch the ball out from somebody. So I think the Browns are going to get some takeaways here. I actually do think that Baker is going to play a little bit looser and freer like we saw him do in Cincinnati. Once again, with some of his comfort level guys like Rashard and David Njoku, surrounding him and Jarvis. Kareem should feel a little bit better with the rib injury. So I think he might be able to make some hay. This is the 28th ranked pass defense. And the intangibles that we talked about on our pod yesterday, I think that these guys are going to leave everything out on the field. They've got the bye coming up. Kevin Stefanski's dangled a carrot of taking care of them at the bye, even though they don't get to go anywhere. I think they're going to come out really hyped up for this game, and I think they're going to win.
I'm with Hayden. I think this is going to be a shootout of some kind. I don't think either team has a great defense. I think the Browns defense is better than the Raiders defense. Obviously their pass rush is significantly better just because of Myles Garrett. I think there's going to be points in this game. I think it's going to be a close game though. And I think both these offenses are really efficient. We mentioned it on the pod yesterday. When you look at Football Outsiders drive stats, I mean, it's pretty wild. These offenses in a lot of areas are really close when it comes to efficiency numbers. And so I think you're going to see a really kind of back and forth game. So because of that, I don't know if the Browns are going to win or not. I haven't really quite decided that, but I do think just because of that, I'm going to take the Raiders plus 2.5 to at least cover that. I think it's going to be a close game, so I'm going Raiders plus 2.5.
So if they win, they'll be 6-2 at the break with the Jaguars, the Giants, the Jets, the Eagles, the Texans ahead. If you think they're going to win, I think you might think the Browns are going to win 11 or 12 games because the only really 3 good teams they have left are the Titans, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So I picked the Browns to go 10-6 before the season. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I yell at everybody who says Pittsburgh and Baltimore. What about them? But if you think they're going to win 11 or 12 games, I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. So I think this is a pendulum swing. And I'm with Ellis. I think it just swings back because that's what happens in the NFL. They are on the high of last week, and then it swings back this week, and they get kicked in the tuchus a little bit. And when the pendulum swings back and you don't have Nick Chubb, you don't have Odell Beckham, you don't have Austin Hooper, this looks like they're one game, right? Now, they didn't have Odell all last week, but they thought they were going to going in. This is the one game with no Chubb and no Odell, right? So isn't the expectation, yes, is that after the bye, Chubb is back? Probably, maybe. Am I right on that, right? You guys who are actual reporters.
Or at least Wyatt Teller's back, which is going to help
Okay.
the run game.
So I think this is the lowest point for playmaking, right? That like this, they really have to patch it together a little bit offensively in a game like this. And I think this is going to be one of those where in the pendulum swing, the defense is going to get lit up because the defense is not that great. And we're going to go into the bye week and everybody's going to be going like, oh, see, I told you they aren't very good. Their defense stinks. Oh, Baker wasn't that good again. Oh, man, what's up? And then they'll come out of the bye and they'll be fine. So prepare everybody to freak out unnecessarily for the next 10 days, but I think they're going to lose to the Raiders. And I don't think I think maybe it won't be close. I think it'll be one of these just, the Raiders come in and just win like 31-17 and like Baker's fine, but he's not great. And they miss the playmakers and the defense is a mess and they go into the break 5-3 and take a break and figure it out. But I just think it's not much football analysis by me because frankly, none of this is much football analysis by me. I just think it swings back because a 10-6 team is going to lose 6 times. And if you're looking for 6 losses for these teams, this is up there as a very possible one. So I'll take the Raiders plus the points.